Hey, this is Ben coming at you with another CubeDraft here on CubeTutor's website. I decided to do something different for this is my 10th one that I've done. The guy who runs TurnOneMagic, this is the cube that he normally drafts. So I'm going to give this a try. It looks like an unpowered 495 list. So I've drafted unpowered a little bit, not a whole lot, so I don't have a lot of experience with this. So guess I won't be getting any moxes or anything like that unless I get mox diamond. There's a little fast mana though. There's like a mana vault and other stuff. So and Jit. So I mean, there's really good cards in here, but it's an unpowered list with no moxes. So I'm going to see how this draft goes. I'm on the youtube.com/CubeDraft. That's the website where I'm posting this. So let's see how my draft goes. All right. Speaking of fast mana, start out with Grim Monolith. Upheaval is such a fun card to build around. Pack one, pick one. Oh man. But in combination with Upheaval is a card like Grim Monolith, which is just, it's a great card to go with Upheaval. I don't know how this draft is, but I just got to take the fast mana. I'm going to take Grim Monolith. I don't know if Upheaval's going to wheel. That might seem a little ridiculous, but it could happen. So maybe I'll build an Upheaval deck and just hope it wheels, right? That's a good strategy. All right. So, shrink this a little bit here. And Batterskull's here. So, turn 2 Grim Monolith, turn 3 Batterskull. Seems like a great day to be alive. So, this is, in my opinion, one of the best cards in the whole cube. I would even put it maybe top 10. Like, it is just insane. So, this pick's not even close. If Batterskull wasn't here, I don't know what I would take. Maybe the birds. Maybe the lands. I mean, the fetch land or Vivid Meadow. I do like Vivid Meadow a lot. But I'll just say Batterskull. So, pick 3. So what am I trying to do here? I'm probably not going to be an aggro deck because picking Grim Monolith and Batterskull. I have done aggro with capping off with Batterskull before, though it's not ideal. So I guess I want to be some sort of ramp deck, something where I can ramp into something. Memory Jar, that seems hilarious. What do I want to take? I could take Misty Rainforest. Hey, Life Death, that's not a card I've gotten to play with before. It seems sweet. I take Misty Rainforest. I could take the Wrath, but that puts me square into white-blue, like right away, and I don't think that's what I want to do. That being said, I think I want to move into a control show, so I am going to take a Wrath, but just the regular white Wrath, so I'm not put into 2 colors, because I could still end up like white-black or something like that. But I'm really happy with this start. Grim Monolith, Batterskull, and a Wrath. I picked the Wraths really high, so this is not unusual for me. So I got a disc. Could take Land Tax. Could take Underground Sea, which is one of the highest pick lands in most cubes. Or I could take the Wasteland. So I think I'm going to just take the Land Tax here and just kind of see where I go. It might make sense to take Underground Sea, and you know what I want to do real quick? Because I noticed there weren't any moxes. I'm going to assume there's no Time Walk. Yeah, there's none of the other power. So, like normally, I don't mind grabbing a land with blue in it in case I get a Time Walker Ancestral, but that's not happening here. So, I'm just going to take Land Tax. I don't normally take this card this high, but see where I end up. Ooh, wow. 8 drops. I think I'm going to take City of Brass here. I don't have Wildfire in my cube. Maybe if I saw it earlier, I would try to build around it, even though I've never actually played with the card. I'm going to do City of Brass here. It's taking the damage sucks, but having the Batterskull to get it back is pretty sweet. And this just allows me to go into whatever second color I want. And I think I'm going to play white at this point. Crucible. Crucible. So I got Crucible and Chalice. Terminus is a card I'm thinking about testing in my personal cube, so I'd love to give that a try. Do I just go like super ramp, super colorless ramp? Do I want another, essentially a Wrath effect with Terminus? I think it boils down to Terminus or Everflowing Chalice. Just the question is, how much do I want another Everflowing Chalice effect, or a ramp effect like a Grim Monolith? I mean, do I really want to go all in on something like that with a lot of colorless mana? Tough pick. I think I'm going to take the Chalice, because maybe that Supreme Verdict could come back being white-blue. That could come around pretty late. That wouldn't be surprising. Terminus could be the correct pick here, though I'm honestly not sure. Ooh, okay. Two picks really stand out to me for what I've taken. Grand Coliseum, another 5-color fixing land, or I could take the Exalted Angel, which would be sweet. So I think it's pack 1. I'm just going to take the lands, as many lands as I can, just to try and set myself up for the rest of the pack so I can go into whatever I want. So this is close, but it might be good to go. Man, I see a lot of cards I like to play together. Like I like to play like City of Brass with cards that gave me life, just like the Upheaval with Grim Monolith. It's combo cards, not combo, but cards that work well together. I'm going to take. This could be wrong. I'm going to take the Exalted Angel. Ooh, Tinker. I do like tinkering into Batterskull. Chrome, jeez. I'm just getting the packs where I see two cards that just work really well together, except they're in the same pack, so obviously I can't take them both. But there's Mox Diamond and Chrome Mox. That is the only real fast mana in this cube. So, but with all the I guess I have 3 artifacts and then 3 white cards, so I think I'm just going to take Tinker. I'm just going to go for it. Because if I can tinker into Batterskull, that's just awesome. Or tinker into Mirror Battlesphere or whatever other big artifacts he's running. Sundering Titan. I just got to take Tinker. So here's the wheel. Nothing I'm really happy with. Erratic Portal. Can save. I'm going to take Calciderm. This is not a very good pick. Hopefully I don't end up having to play Calciderm, but I think that's what I'm going to take here. I guess I could use Erratic Portal for bouncing things before I Wrath. No, it doesn't seem as good. I'm gonna take Calciderm. Okay. Compulsive Research if I want to be heavy blue, but I can still just splash it. I'm just going to Vivid Meadow. So, and I'm happy with 2 land fixers so far. Vivid Meadow, definitely going to play, and City of Brass. Supreme Verdict came back. Wow, both fetch lands came back. Ugh. I think I'm still going to take Supreme Verdict. This will lock me in position where I don't need to take any Wraths for the rest of the draft. But again, 2 cards that go well together, Misty Rainforest with Savannah. I would love to have both those cards in this draft to fix both my colors off the fetch. I'm just going to take Supreme Verdict. And I'm white-blue. Wow. Okay, I'm going to take Vivid Creek here, and I can't believe the Underground Sea is still here. But I'm going to take Vivid Creek. Can I play Imperial Archangels? It's not an artifact. Flying Shroud. So pretty much just it absorbs all the damage I would take. And it's a 5 power. I don't think I want to. I think I'm going to take the Steam Vents in case I can get it off of a fetch land. But if that wasn't here, I think I'd take the Archangel and just kind of see what happens. I've never used this card since Shard's Block. It's a long time ago. Sure, I'll take this. And Ember Hauler. Pack 2. Okay. Oh, wow. I'm seeing some crazy packs in this 495 cube. So Sundering Titan jumps right off the page, and so does Treachery. Ugh. I think Treachery is a better card, but the fact that I've taken Grim Monolith, I've taken Chalice, I've taken Tinker, the fact that I've done all that stuff kind of makes me want to take Sundering Titan first. But honestly, I guess Sundering Titan could wheel. Like, that's not out of the realm of possibility, even in a real-life cube, to see Sundering Titan go 6th, 7th, or 8th. I feel that's typically where it should go. Man, Treachery is so good. Being able to steal their best creature. I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to take Sundering Titan. This pick's probably wrong, but I'm doing it. All right. I got another finisher in Consecrated Sphinx, and not much else. Okay. This pick's really easy. I'm going to take Consecrated Sphinx. Wow. Fact or Fiction, or Sower of Temptation, or even Mirror Crusader is okay. But I'm going to take Fact or Fiction. Just being able to draw a ton of cards will be awesome. So take this whole pack and go red, right? No, I can't do that. Okay, so he's running all the Vivids. Personally, I only run 2. I run the white and the blue one. That's it. I don't think I'm going to take this land because I'm not in either of those colors. I think I could take Precinct Captain to give me some early defense. I think that's fine. Or I could take Vivid Marshal. I'll just take the Captain. All right. Hey, Arid Mesa. So that fetches the Steam Vents, and that fetches a Plains. That'll do. I could also take, similarly, I would probably take Volcanic Island if Arid Mesa wasn't in this pack, or maybe even Spellskite. But the land, this is really key for what I'm trying to do. Love the late Control Magic. Again, a lot of these picks in this pack have been not even close, whereas pack 1 I would see 2 cards I really wanted multiple copies of. So I'm going to take Control Magic. Ooh, what's this card do? Plus or minus. I honestly don't know how good that card is. I've never played with it in the cube before. So let's say I'm not taking that. Let's say I could take another 5-color fixing land, which I did pass the Colosseum earlier. I could take Expanse. I could take Mimic Vat. Combos well with the 2 Wrath effects I already have. Black Vice is not where I want to be. That's an interesting card. I wonder if I think honestly here in the next couple years this card is getting closer and closer to playable. I really think it is. That's a side conversation. So 3 cards, Mimic Vat or the 2 lands. I think I'm just going to take Terramorphic Expanse because I don't know if I want to run out of activations on Gemstone Mine. But this will help me splash a 3rd color, but I'm not... What am I going to splash for? Maybe if I get Mind Twist, I'd really like that if he runs that. I'm going to take Terramorphic Expanse. Wow. Colonnade and Flooded Strand. Jeez. I'm going to take the Colonnade, take the Manland. Yeah, I mean, this fetches both colors, but this is both colors and is a Manland, so that's sweet. Here's the wheel. So I got Is It Charm, I got Sacred Foundry. So what fetches do I have? I just have the red-white fetch, but this is still the pick here. I mean, I don't want to move into red. I guess it'll be a lot easier if I take the Sacred Foundry, but I'm just going to take the land here. This was the mostly empty pack for me earlier. If I was playing a real life, what card would I want to face the least? Reanimate. Same question here. What card would I want to face the least? I don't want to play Loyal Cathar, especially because I don't think the backside can block. Vorpede is the card I want to face the least. Because I can Wrath, and then it comes back, and it's scarier. Same question. Hero of Oxid Ridge is probably the scariest. Zozu hurts me, but Hero of Oxid Ridge can just crush me out of nowhere. Hey, Volcanic Island came back. Okay. So, hopefully I can get a fetch land to turn these cards on. Wow. I picked that card's a really high pick for me personally, so this is great. Last pack. Alright. So Fiend Hunter, a card I recently added to my cube just a week ago, so I don't have a lot of experience with it. Looter, but I don't have a lot of equipment. I don't have any equipment. Tanglewire, Plateau, but I already have the Sacred Foundry and it's not turned on by anything now. I think I'm just going to take Dismember here. Just being able to kill anything will be sweet. So maybe Wheel the Plateau, or Pithing Needle, or Fiend Hunter. Okay. Tundra. Are there any other cards I'm taking over Tundra? The answer is no. So, fetch lands, I have the Arid Mesa. So any white or blue fetch lands go way up in value now. Passing that Misty Rainforest is looking a little questionable now, but that's okay. Taking the Tundra here, hopefully we'll Remand. That's what I would like to get back. I guess I could Revoke Existence. What is that? Revoke Existence or Icy. Yeah, Icy seems fine. I'll take the Icy. I don't like top. So yeah, we'll take Icy Manipulator. I guess how much artifact and enchantment removal do I have? That's the true question. I mean, I have Wrath effects, but that's not going to hit true regular non-creature artifacts or enchantments. Like, I don't have an O-Ring or anything yet, so maybe this is a better card. No, I'm still going to take the Icy. Okay. Coalition Relic seems real good. Wish that Upheaval came back. This would be a fun Upheaval deck. Crystal Shard, I don't have a lot of good targets. Gilded Drake with Crystal Shard. Nice. I'm going to take the Relic. Be happy, especially if I can ramp it out a little early. Even if I grab Monolith into Coalition Relic, that'll just give me so many options. Path is here. Wow. Sword. Venser. Godless Shrine. That card's just too expensive. So I think it comes down to Path and Sword. Those are by far the two best cards, with Venser coming in third. If I had the fetch land, I would think about Godless Shrine. So how many creatures do I really have to equip with the Sword? Exalted Angel, whatever I steal with Control Magic. This list is pretty bad. Who needs creatures to win, right? I'm just going to take Path. I don't have enough creatures to really make the sword really good. And a 1 random removal spell really helped me against the aggro decks. Okay. Morphling. So I can take Impulse. I think I'm going to take Core Sanctifiers here. I already have the Expand, so I don't need that. I need to increase my creature count a little bit. I guess this would be a good time to kind of do a count as far as my number of playables. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18. 18 playables. So I'm a little short because I've taken a ton of land, so I got to wind this up. So I'm going to take Core Sanctifiers. Ooh. Wow. Tinker. This is happening. Yeah. I think I took Exalted Angel over the first Mox, the Chrome Mox. Then I got the Tinker. But now that I have Tinker, I mean, just being able to do Mox Diamond into Batterskull or Sundering Titan seems so sweet. So I got to do that. Any chance one of these come back? There's going to be 1 card left in the pack. I'm going to guess Soltari Trooper. We'll see. Ooh. Wow. So Shelldock Isle is awesome. I love casting cards for free, but I don't have a lot of super big cards that I'm going to be happy to cast. On the other hand, Elspeth buys me a lot of time, but Baneslayer just is exactly what I need. I just need another big finisher. Because, like, how am I going to win the game with this deck? Sometimes I struggle with that. I can Control Magic the best creature. I can Consecrated Sphinx, and Batterskull. And maybe Sundering Titan if it goes that way. So 3 to 4 win conditions, I guess that's a good amount. But I feel a lot better with a Baneslayer in my deck. So here's the wheel. Pithy Needle did come back. Mystical Tutor would give me an extra Wrath effect. So it's instants or sorceries that I can grab with it. I can grab a Fact or Fiction. I can grab Path or Dismember, or I can grab a Wrath effect. Pithy Needle did some real work for me in my last cube draft that I did in real life, so I'm going to take that here. Hey, Remand came back, and I really need that kind of effect, so I'm going to take it. Revoke's probably going to end up a sideboard card, excuse me, because I got the Core Sanctifier, so that's my pick here. And Crystal Shard, again, sideboard card, probably not going to run it. I just don't have enough creatures. Sure. I guess in the aggro matchups that would potentially be a sideboard card. I've never played with this card since Zendikar. So I guess I could just, Breeding Pool and Faithless Looting. Not the Soltari. Alright. It's time to build my deck. So I feel like this turned out pretty solid. A little light on win conditions for what I like. To be fair, I'm always a little nervous about lack of win conditions in a lot of decks I end up drafting. So that's 20 lands. I need more lands. That's 22. Even with Grim Monolith, even with Coalition Relic, I'm still going to run 18 land. And, Chalice. There we go. Okay. So do I run Revoke? Do I go 18 land plus Grim Monolith and Coalition Relic? That might be a little much, especially because my top is relatively light. I mean, I'm heavy at the 4, but I have ways with Grim Monolith and the Diamond. Do I run 17 lands plus Mox Diamond? I'm like, where's my Mox Diamond? I have to scroll down. Yeah, I think I'm going to run 17 lands plus the Mox Diamond. That might seem a little high, but I mean, I do have Core Sanctifiers as a way to destroy artifacts and enchantments. So, let's see what lands I have. Oh, this is so sweet. I don't think I can do this in my cube anymore on here because I've drafted it so much and I pick lands pretty high. So, that is 12 non-basics plus Mox Diamond. Oh, I love it. So, what's my mana count? So, white sources, 3. So I have 11 cards that can get me white, 11 counting the Mox Diamond. How many cards can get me blue? 12. So those are my counts. My mana is insanely good. So I have 5 land slots, and that is my land count without adding any basic lands. That's just tremendous. So definitely heavier white. My double blue cards are Control Magic and the Sphinx. So do I go 4-1? That will give me 15 white sources and 13 blue sources. Oh man, I can't remember the last time I drafted a deck with this many sources of my colors. This is just awesome. So that's my blue-white control deck. Overall, I feel like it's pretty good. I feel a lot better if like Calciderm were like another Wrath effect or just another creature. But the fact that it can be at least be a 5/5 defensive guy for several turns while I win the game with other stuff, or it can get in there. I definitely have a couple questionable cards in here, like Precinct Captain, Calciderm. I'd feel a lot better if both of those were not in the deck. But I took lands really high and I didn't realize how many I had until it got to the end. But I do have 7 creatures. This deck would be so much better if I had like a Planeswalker or something, just something to get me give me some early defense. But I guess I do have Control Magic, which does count as a creature. And Tinkers, I'm just going to steal some games by tinkering away Pithy Needle or Chalice or Mox Diamond really early into Batterskull or Sundering Titan. So this was my draft of Cuttups Cube, and you can catch my videos on youtube.com/CubeDraft. Thanks for watching.